the early booking offer, that dining credit plan, it's free.
It is free. Our favourite word.
A baguette bed.
A baguette bed, they called it, yeah. To
Really?
you and I, it's a Murphy bed, but yeah, they called it a baguette bed. We were like, no, that's not real. We've got free dining coming.
Yeah.
We've got a 10% discount, and then they've got extra discount if they pre-reg. Hello and welcome to Jump the Queue, the fun and informative podcast that helps you plan, book and make the most of your theme park holidays. I'm Sammie.
And I'm Sarah.
And we both work at attractiontickets.com, the UK's #1 experts for Orlando attraction tickets. The big news, everyone, the moment you've been waiting for is officially here. Drum roll, Sarah. I'm rubbish at that bit. Please, the Walt Disney World Resort in Florida free Disney dining and drinks offer is back. Didn't we say free? Also, sometimes referred to as the early booking offer for visits in 2027. So we're diving deep into the details this week just to show you exactly how much you can save on your next Walt Disney World Resort adventure. If you've been dreaming of the Disney parks, don't we all the time? Now's the time to pay attention. But we're so excited today because we have a special guest with us who will help us walk through everything that you need to know. So please welcome from our hotel team here at attractiontickets.com, welcome to Donna.
Hi! My name's Donna and I'm part of the USA Hotels team for attractiontickets.com, and by the end of April I'll have been here for 2 years.
Yay!
Yay! Well, before we dive into those irresistible savings that you're going to tell us all about, Donna, let's kick things off with a high-speed round of Quick Drop. We love this game, Donna. If anyone's watching along, I'm sure you know we love to play Quick Drop. But here's the rules. I'm going to shout out a category or a phrase, and Donna... and you, Sarah, let's play along together.
Okay.
Just has to shout back the first 3 things that pop into your head. No overthinking, just pure instinct. Are we ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Ready. Okay, so the theme today, as you can imagine, is going to be Walt Disney World Resort in Florida. We ready, ladies?
Yes.
Let's do this.
Let's do it. Come on. Best budget-friendly Disney stay.
Oh, either any of the All-Stars, just for theming alone, or if your budget allows, you can slightly push up to, say, Pop Century or Art of Animation for access to the amazing Skyliner.
I was going to say art of animation. That's about 3 words, art of animation.
I love it. I love it. Okay, how about then top moderate resort?
Personally, 100% Port Orleans French Quarter. Because like me, it's compact and it's lots of fun.
I love that.
I'm in again 3 words, Grand Destino Tower. Boom.
Oh,
Boom. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, ladies, how can I choose now between those two? They're both brilliant resorts, aren't they? They're so good as moderate resorts. They're fantastic.
But the water taxi to Disney Springs on a night, there's no beating that.
Yeah, I mean, that has me
Yeah,
sold,
but
to
Grand
be honest.
Destino Tower, view of all 4 theme parks from the top.
Yeah. It's hard, isn't it? It's hard. Yeah. And the great restaurant up there, you know, and the bar on the top. Oh, how am I choosing? How am I choosing?
You don't choose.
Now?
You don't have to.
One this year,
Yeah.
one next year.
Or
Oh, I love that, Donna. You're planning for me to go back already. Love it.
Of course.
have a split
Once a
stay.
month.
Have a split stay. Weekend one, weekend the other. You don't have to make decisions.
Outstanding.
We could do
Yeah.
that. Yeah, we could do that. But don't forget, though, if we need a split stay, we're going to have tickets for both if we're going to get dine-in.
True. Don't want to pay
Yeah.
twice.
Yeah. So what we'll have to do then is do one at the beginning of the year and one at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Sold.
Let's do that. How about, ladies, favourite deluxe resort?
Hands down, Grand Floridian. Mary Poppins vibes. My favourite of all time. And the views, some of the best in Walt Disney resorts.
I love that.
I'm going Polynesian.
Okay.
Polynesian, just again because it's a little bit more chilled, a little bit more relaxed, but you've still got all the monorail, you've got the great views, you've got the fireworks, but it's a bit more island life.
Yeah, love it. I'm going to chip in and I'm going to say for me it's Yacht Club. Just because I think it has everything at your fingertips. So you've got Epcot to the left, which you can walk to. It's about a 5-minute walk. You can walk 15 minutes to Hollywood Studios. You've got the friendship boats in front of you. You've got buses. Of course, you've got the Skyliner at Epcot. I just think that has everything. You can sit on the boardwalk as well. You can watch the fireworks in the evening from Epcot. I just think that has everything for me.
We're veering off the quick trot game though, aren't we? This is supposed to be quick, come on.
I know.
You can't be quick.
Come on, then. Best transportation.
Skyliner.
Oh. The monorail, iconic. Sorry.
Yep. Best facilities.
Ooh. Beach club. The pool, the obviously having the sand at the bottom of it, the water slide, 230 foot of fun. Yeah, that's my choice.
Fireworks views.
I love that.
I'm going monorail resorts, fireworks views.
Love that. Best resort for foodies.
Oh, foodies. It depends what kind of food you're looking for. Luxury food, I'm back at the Grand Floridian. For maybe unique eats, you'd maybe be talking about Polynesian or Ohana, something a bit different, and pog juice. Just that. That'd be my option.
What about your best hidden gem restaurant? Doesn't have to be for breakfast, just best hidden gem restaurant.
Sana.
Oh,
Best
yeah.
Savannah views while you're eating. I love the fusion cuisine. Yeah, that's where my heart goes straight away.
Toledo again. Toledo's at the Grand Casino because the views are sublime.
Yeah.
I'm sensing a theme here, Sarah.
She loves this one. Oh, but it is stunning, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, we went on there, Sarah, didn't we?
Yeah.
And it was up to Grand Destino Tower, and it was just absolutely amazing. I'd also say as well, for me, something like Tepanido in Epcot.
100%.
Because then you can come out onto the balcony and watch the fireworks from the balcony, and it's such a stunning view, and you're not getting trampled on with everyone else that's trying to get a nice close view. So I think that's, if you time it right, I think that's a really nice one as well.
Donna, you'll be able to tell me because I'm having a mind meltdown and I can't think of the name of the place. At Fort Wilderness, there is a bar that serves food, and it's outside.
Oh.
And it's beautiful and lovely. And it's got views of the lake, and it feels like a little resort, and it's just completely away from the theme parks, and you wouldn't know you were in Disney. It's got the Disney kind of vibes, but you wouldn't, it's not Disney in your face, and it's beautiful and it's lovely, and I've completely forgotten the name of it, but it's at
That
Fort
setting
Wilderness,
sounds
and it's
amazing.
outside.
Yeah. That setting sounds amazing though, Sarah.
Yeah.
Oh
Doesn't it?
my goodness. I can't
Sounds
remember the name.
stunning.
But you know where I mean, don't you?
I know exactly where you mean, but it'll maybe come to us at some point. I will shout out in the middle of the
Yeah. Do
Ignore-
that. The middle of the podcast.
yeah, in
Ignore
the middle of
me.
the cast. I'm going to go bam.
I'm just going to Google.
If you
while
remember
I
first, shout it out because that'll annoy me.
Google. Everybody fail while I Google.
I love that.
Next question, Sammy.
But some great choices. Yeah, some great choices there, and all for different reasons. I love that. I love to give these tips to our customers as well. How about the best character dining experiences? There are so many, aren't there? And they don't just have to be your main characters like Donald and Mickey. There are lots, aren't there, that just aren't the main characters.
Exactly. I mean, if you go to Crystal Palace in Magic Kingdom, you're going to get Winnie the Pooh, Eeyore, Tigger, bring you right back to your younger years. I love that, especially if you get early entry as well, if you get a time before everyone else comes in, because then you're straight into the park.
Fantastic tip there. And also Snow White. You can do Snow White over at Artist Point as well, can't you? That's a really good one. There's so many. There's ones with princesses, isn't there? But there's so many.
Just to update you, it's Giza Point Bar and Grill.
Oh, there you go. I couldn't think of that name. You're right. Well done, Sarah.
We can never forget that now.
No, we won't. That will be etched in our brains now forever, won't it? I love it. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, ladies, why book early?
When you book early, you're going to get the most choice, the most savings.
Sarah?
I would agree with Donna. You're going to get the best
Yeah.
savings. You're going to get the rooms that you want. So if you are a family of 5 and you need that 5th sleeper in that room, by booking early, you're going to secure that room, and you're just going to get the best savings. It just makes sense. And you know, as you say, we have the refundable deposits and things like that, as Donna will tell you. So always book early.
Oh, definitely. I agree with all of that, ladies. We've all worked here for quite a long time, and I've seen it many times where people have phoned up 2-3 weeks even later and haven't got as much choice. They haven't got the availability they want. They want specific rooms. You know, you're going to have to get them right at the start, aren't you, for sure?
Yeah.
Yeah. FOMO, you do not want to miss out. Get it secured. Don't wait at all. If you know what you want, get in touch. We'll get it secured. Then we move on. When you book with us, you get the experts giving you the best options. You maybe not know what resort you want, but give us your top 3 must-haves and we'll be able to break it down, and from our knowledge and experience tell you, you want this, this and this, therefore you want this resort, or a budget to be respectful of. We can work with you. You pay a deposit, as you said, fully refundable, up to 7 days before you actually go. And you can have 2 free amendments. No charges for the amendments. Obviously, if there's a difference in price, you would pay that. But if you book initially, as I say, book, have the option, and then you can tweak. If something comes up and you think, actually, I prefer the look of that, you've watched some vlogs online, you've spoken to the experts, you can change. You can do your 2 free amendments and get exactly what you want.
What are the different resort types within Walt Disney World? Are they all the same level?
No. So we've got 17 in total. We've got the value resorts, which is your Disney All-Star resorts, which are movies, music and sports. We've then got Art of Animation, as we've spoken about, and Pop Century. They're the value resorts. We've then got the moderates, my favourite, Port Orleans French Quarter. Next door to that, you've got Port Orleans Riverside, their sister resorts. We then have Caribbean Beach Resort, very popular. If you want that one, book early. Coronado Springs, I don't know who mentioned they liked that place. Anyway, moving on.
There she is.
So they're the 4 moderates. And then we've got 8 deluxe resorts, which are absolutely stunning. Animal Kingdom Lodge. We have got Beach Club Resort. We have got Grand Floridian. Someone also mentioned that. Anyway, we've got Boardwalk, Contemporary, Yacht Club, and we have Wilderness Lodge. Have I forgot any? No, they're the 17.
Okay. And what is the main difference then? So if I go to All Star, any of the All Stars, what am I not getting versus staying at the Grand Floridian?
So with all staying on-site resorts, you are going to get early entry. For all of that, you're going to find that information on the My Disney Experience, which is the app that as soon as you've paid your deposit with us, you'll be able to link to and see what you've booked, okay? Once you have done that, you are going to get your early entry with all resorts. With the deluxe resorts that I've just listed, so say the Grand Floridian, on certain nights you will have extra magic hours at night time, which is a perk for deluxe resort customers only. When it comes to dining plans, with one of the value plans, you're going to have a meal and drink, which is included in your plan. That's for the value resorts. And with the deluxe plans, you're going to have table service meals, you're going to have quick service meals, you're going to have a refillable resort mug, and you'll have snack credits as well. So they're the main differences between value and deluxe. And then in the middle, you've got what I believe is mine and my family's perfect mix, which is the moderate resorts. So you would get 2 quick service, you get your resort mug for use in the resorts, not in the parks, and your snack or drink extra per day.
Okay. And what I find is one of the differences with the resorts as well is that the value resorts, theming wise, they're loud, they're brash, they're Disney in your face. It's going to be pointed out. You
Heavily
know you're
themed.
staying at Disney. Moderate resorts,
yeah.
you've got more theming, but it's more muted. It's not quite as loud as in your face. It's a little bit more subtle. By the time you get to deluxe resorts, you're talking very, very subtle Disney touches. Hidden penguin on the Grand Floridian lighting, Mary Poppins on the cushions. But unless you knew that you were looking for it, you wouldn't necessarily know that you were staying in a Disney resort. It's not like, Mickey Mouse. That's my opinion.
Absolutely.
But basically,
always something to keep your kids occupied, get them to be looking for hidden Mickeys. That'll keep them busy for hours when it comes to the deluxe resorts.
Yeah, but I think, Donna, you would kind of sort of agree that the actual room layouts and what is in the room is fairly similar between value, moderate, and
fairly similar. Yeah, absolutely. I'd say it's like, as you say, the theming, it's very in your face with value, slightly less in the moderate, and very high class in the deluxe.
And of course, transportation we need to talk about is very different as well. So take Arts and Animation and Pop Century out of the equation. Deluxe has typically got more transport options. So monorail, ferry, Skyliner, boat. Moderate has a combination thereof, and value typically can just be, All Stars, it's just bus, isn't it?
Just bus. Moderates, the ones I've stayed at, I have tried the Skyliner, and I do love the Skyliner. If it's as I say, important one for you, then definitely get your deposit down in Caribbean Beach, because that goes quickly. The benefit of obviously having the Skyliner, I have been from staying at the Pop Century to having a coffee in my hand in Hollywood Studios in less than 15 minutes. That itself is worth booking for. When it comes to the likes of Contemporary, Grand Floridian, you could go for a jog if you want and end up at the gates of Magic Kingdom. Or you can hop on the monorail, which is basically going to run through the middle of your building if you're in the Contemporary. There's nothing better than that. There's nothing better than walking out your room and seeing the monorail pass you.
Absolutely. And the dining plans are fantastic. I mean, let's not forget, that's spending money you don't have to take, isn't it? All your food is done. But to know that I don't have to take that much spending money with me, all my food's sorted, is such a bonus.
And I don't know if we've said that, but I'm just going to put it out there because clearly I'm cloth-eared today anyway. But with the early booking offer, that dining credit plan, it's free.
It is free. Our favourite word. Who doesn't like the word free? In this podcast, we're talking free, we're talking discounts. We should have everybody's ears open, right?
100%. If you want the savings, you want free stuff, and you want to secure the resort you want, why would you go anywhere else?
Donna, in your expert opinion, which resorts go the quickest? Which rooms go quickly? I know you've said Caribbean Beach.
Caribbean Beach, I've said that a couple of times. Especially since we spoke about the fifth sleepers. You're talking Riverside, Port Orleans Riverside as well. And I would say there is a couple of deluxe resorts that would fly out the door pretty quickly. Animal Kingdom especially, in my opinion. It was very, very popular last year. And also, I might be wrong, but I thought that the Polynesian was very popular last year, specifically for types of rooms that people wanted.
So let's just chat quickly, going off the subject slightly, but let's just chat quickly about fifth sleeper rooms. What's a fifth sleeper room?
So the fifth sleeper room is set up to have, obviously some families are 2 adults, 3 children. If your child is no longer in a cot or a travel cot, that sort of thing, the fifth sleeper is, I don't know if they still call it like a Murphy bed. You pull it down from the wall.
Sammy, what did they call it? Because we had a tour, didn't we? And they called it something. Was it a baguette bed?
A baguette bed, they called it, yeah. To
Really?
you and I, it's a Murphy bed, but yeah, they called it a baguette bed. We were like, no, that's not real. That's not a real thing.
Was that in Disneyland Paris?
A little pull down. no, at Walt Disney World. But no, it's just a little pull down bed, isn't it? So
Yeah.
it was great.
You're not going to get a 6-foot dad in it, but you'll
Right.
get a little maybe 8 to 12-year-old, depending on obviously height, etc. And it's very, very handy because when you're not using it, you can fold it up and tuck it away. Because as we know, if you're all in one room for any amount of time, there's going to be space issues.
And I suppose,
Not that you'll spend much time in your room, to be fair.
I suppose equally, if you've got siblings, like brother, sister, and they don't want to share a queen bed, then one of them can have the pull down bed and one of them can have the other bed, and it saves
Absolutely.
arguments.
Yeah, saves arguments.
Exactly.
Definitely arguments that mine had as children. I am not sleeping with him, says my daughter. So yeah, no, absolutely. It's great to have that extra space, isn't it?
And
Yeah.
like extra space wise, Donna, what are the rooms that have got? I know there are some in music that are more family suites.
A separate bedroom and a living area, and there's beds that you can pull down in the living area, and it's a very good option for if you've got maybe 2 families in one room. You never know if there's maybe younger kids that need a nap in the afternoon, because you know another benefit of staying that close to the parks and on site is you can nip home. So if the kids are overtired, overstimulated, I would say, and they want a little power nap in the afternoon, you can come back, put them in a separate room, chill out, and then head back into the parks, because I often feel that it's a very different experience from day to night. And once you've recharged their batteries, get them back on whichever mode of transport suits you best, and get back and enjoy the fun.
Do they go quickly on EBO as well? Are they one of the more popular rooms?
They are one of the more popular ones, so that's another top tip. Always have an alternative. Don't go in with I just want this one, because if it's not available, you know, you might be stuck and panicking on the phone thinking, what will I do? So always look at all options, the resorts that have the closest thing to what you and your family want.
And if I say I have a family and we want 2 rooms, can we request adjoining rooms? Is that possible?
Absolutely. We have direct contact with Disney, and on your behalf, we can request rooms that are either interconnecting, or if you don't want to be that close, we can request that they are certainly in the same building or in the same area.
Or equally, maybe completely separate buildings.
Opposite ends of the resort if you want.
Just putting that one out there. You know.
Just for anyone that needs that information.
Hey, I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to judge.
No judgment. No judgment. Just advice.
Why would you book with attractiontickets.com versus, anybody else?
I think because we have been in business for so long. You're talking 25 years of experience. We've got people that go every year. We've got people that go numerous times a year. Not looking at anyone. We've done it. We've been there. We've stayed there with all ages of kids, from our kids being tiny toots right up to my kids are now taller than me, but that's not hard. The experience, the expertise, the prices. We are booking with Disney on your behalf and getting you the best price we can. And with the early booking offer, I wouldn't go anywhere else.
So Donna, we know we're the best. Is there another reason that we should be booking with attractiontickets.com?
So on top of your free dining, did I mention it's free? You're going to get an extra 10% for booking with us.
Wow.
Just saying. And if you pre-reg up until the 20th of April, additional savings are there to be had.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Is
Get
there
me on
any
that
other
list.
reason?
Get me on that list. How do I get on that list? Get me on that list, Donna.
Just follow the links on our website, or if you're a repeat customer with us already, you know better. You will already be on our mailing list and you will get the invite to pre-register. I mean, free dining, 10%, pre-reg, extra discount. Say no more.
Can I call and be put on the pre-reg list? Can I say,
Of course you can call.
Donna, I need
Absolutely.
to be on the pre-reg.
You absolutely can. You can contact us any way you like, whichever way you find easiest. Just pick up the phone, go online, WhatsApp us, chat with us, anything you want, but we want to get you there for the best price.
Absolutely.
Amazing. And we have the best team to do it. I mean, just listening to Donna today, Oh, it gave me all the feels, Donna. I was there. I was in resort. I was checking out what food I'm having. And to know that I'm getting a discount, I'm first on your list, Donna.
You're never off the list, Sammie. You are there, number one, laminated. You don't come off the list.
That's right. Me and Sarah, we're both the same. We can't help it. We're addicted.
One and two.
We just love it. We just
I
love
went
it.
for a once-in-a-lifetime trip in 1997 with 0 interest. And I've been every year since, up until COVID, but we don't talk about COVID. That was the only thing that stopped me.
Yeah, love that. Yeah, I love it. I think we've all got a similar story, haven't we? We've all remember saying that once in a lifetime, for sure. And here we are, I'm 36 trips later, and goodness knows how many for Sarah. We just all love it, don't we? Disney just has our heart, doesn't it? Let's be honest.
100%. I mean, I go to bed with my ears on.
Yeah.
There you go.
And there is something special about staying in the whole Disney bubble as well.
There is.
You know, spending however many days it is in the... Oh, which reminds me, Donna, with daily booking offer, how many days typically do we need to book to get the free dining?
5 days minimum.
5 is the magic number, not 3. 5.
Not 3, 5.
5.
5.
Yeah.
And they have to have a ticket.
They have to have
You have to book your ticket with your resort.
Okay.
So you've got to have a package. So you've got to have hotel, 5 nights. Ticket,
Minimum 5 nights, hotel, tickets.
and then you get your free dining.
Then you get your free dining, and if you've pre-regged, you're going to get your 10%. And your extra saving.
And you get to
Love
spend
that.
all that time in the Disney bubble, absorbed in the entire beauty that is Disney World.
Yep. And I went there with 2 teenagers last year, and I thought, how are they going to get on together? You know, I had my daughter in the bed with me, my son in the bed with my husband. Not an argument, because after 30-odd thousand steps a day, they just collapsed into bed, didn't even lift their phones, and fell asleep. It was awesome.
Yeah, love that. I love it. Well, Donna, thank you so much for joining us today and giving us that fantastic insight, not only into what the offer is, but how amazing you are and our hotel team are. Please, people, pre-reg and get your discounts and talk to people like Donna, who's just going to make sure you get the holiday that you really want. She'll make sure you get the magic for sure. But now that you've all just listened to this certified EBO expert, it's time for us to answer your questions. Thanks for sending them in as always. Please keep them coming. Me and Sarah love to read them. If you want to send one in, just send us an email to jumpthequeue@attractiontickets.com. We just love these questions. So I've got a couple now. So I'm going to fire these at you, Donna, as well. See what you think. I've got one from Jamie. Hi, Jamie. Jamie would say, my family is heading to Disney World next year and we're trying to decide on a hotel. We're looking for somewhere that has great pools, relaxation areas where we can take a break from the parks in the afternoon. Is there anywhere that you would recommend, Donna, for that?
Personally, with a family, I always think that picking one of the resorts with a Skyliner is the best option, as certainly if it's a younger family, having to wait on a bus can sometimes be challenging depending on what time of the day, what month of the year you're in. But I would say possibly Art of Animation Pop Century. On the Skyliner, you're going to get back to your room quickly, get the kids into a cool environment and have, you know, the best pools. Art of Animation has one of the biggest pools of all the Disney resorts, so second to none for pool access. Definitely one of those two I would recommend.
I would
you.
just add to that one. I'm just going to say, Sammie's already mentioned it. Yacht and Beach Club, amazing pool there, and you know it's got a sand bottomed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stormalong Bay is lovely, isn't it? I can never get out of that. Once I'm in it all day, unless someone gets me a cocktail. But there's your relaxation. You know, there is definitely your relaxation. And then you can pop back in the evening. Sarah's a pro at that, aren't you, Sarah?
I love that. That is my thing to a T.
Yeah.
I'm not a spend all day in the pool, in the parks kind of gal. I'd come back, have a little chill, and then go back in. But Jamie, I will say, if you're feeling bougie and you want to splash that cash and you fancy being in a deluxe resort and you want a pool afternoon, you can also go and hire cabanas. Look at hiring a cabana for the afternoon.
Yeah.
You know, deluxe
Yeah.
resort, get yourself a cabana. Bougie.
Yep, absolutely. So I hope that helps, Jamie. Always welcome to give us a call and get the lovely Donna on the phone or any of our hotel team, and they will help you. Just in case you've got anything specific. Also, we've got another question from Lucy. Hi, Lucy.
Hi, Lucy.
Lucy says, we're looking to book a special meal with the characters for my 6-year-old daughter's birthday on our Disney trip this year. Where's the best place to try?
Ooh. I am actually, after thinking about it, Sammie, I'm going to side with you, because Tusker House is amazing, and seeing them dressed up in their little safari outfits, there's nothing like it. And the family style meals, everyone gets to pick what they want and they're constantly refilling it. But I think it is special seeing the characters in their safari gear. Lovely. And if it's not Mickey and Minnie you're looking for, then obviously, as I said, Crystal Palace and Magic Kingdom with Winnie and Eeyore and Tigger.
Yeah, there's so many different options. And how do they book those, Donna?
So you can book them from 60 days out on your My Disney experience. And something that a lot of people do ask is you don't actually have to have a hotel and ticket package booked to book on My Disney experience. You don't have to have anything secure. If there is a special meal that you want to book for a family, for breakfast, lunch, dinner, you can book it on your My Disney experience.
Yeah. Lucy, if your daughter likes princesses, then obviously the number one pick for everybody is going to be Cinderella's Royal Table. Instead, look at Akershus in Epcot in Norway Pavilion, because it's I'm not going to use the words it's not as popular, but it doesn't get booked up as quickly. So there are often more reservations available there. You're going to see princesses. You're going to see lots of princesses there. And it's just a much more chilled out environment. Obviously, if you're desperate to see the castle and eat in the castle, then Cinderella's is the one. Please book that early. It will sell out. But otherwise, try Akershus.
And unlike the castle, you don't have to pay up front.
So Donna, can Lucy use her dining plan to book any of these?
So if she's on the deluxe dining plan and staying at obviously one of the deluxe resorts, or indeed if she's staying possibly at a moderate and she's upgraded her dining plan, which you can also do, then absolutely she can use one of our table service to book one of these meals.
Perfect. I know some of them, like Cinderella's Royal Castle, are 2, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
They're
two
2.
table service.
Yeah.
So just look out for that. I think it tells you, doesn't it? When
It does tell you at the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. Oh, brilliant. That's fantastic news there, Donna. And I know you spoke earlier about upgrading your dining plan. What's that all about?
So regardless of where you want to stay at your chosen resort, shall we say, if you want to do a lot of character breakfasts, character meals, you can choose to stay at the Port Orleans French Quarter, as I would. And one year we did do that and we upgraded to the deluxe dining plan because we had a lot of special meals we wanted to do. So that's always an option. You can stay at a value resort and you can upgrade to the quick service dining plan that goes with the moderate resorts. You just pay slightly extra, but with our discounts, it's probably not going to be as much as you think. Always worth asking and looking at the possibility of upgrading, because what's included can sometimes make the difference between a good holiday and a great holiday.
So Donna, is it typically cheaper for me to stay at a value resort and upgrade to a dining plan, just a quick serve, or is it just cheaper to book the moderate?
It's always worth looking at both options, which we do naturally for you, because we're always thinking ahead. You can always stay at any of the value resorts, they're all fantastic, and choose to upgrade to moderate. But I would also price any of the moderates that might have caught your eye, because there's sometimes not always that much of a difference.
Okay, that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense. So in a nutshell, we've got free dining coming.
Yeah.
We've got a 10% discount, and then
Yep.
they've got extra discount if they pre-reg.
Yeah. Did we mention free dining?
Free. Let's just get that back out there. Free. We can't say that enough, can we? Free dining.
We love free stuff.
We love that word. Well, Donna, thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Jump the Queue. We honestly really appreciate you spending your time with us. I hope it's been as good for you as it has been for us. That's all for today. If you've got any questions, like I said, send them to us, jumpthequeue@attractiontickets.com, and thanks to everyone that's still here. You've not left us. You're still tuning in each time and you're still giving us the likes. We love it. Please like it. Please hit subscribe. Please share it with everybody. The more people we can reach, the better. We want everyone to have that magical holiday and get all this booked. Your support means the absolute world to us. But thanks for listening, and we'll catch you in the next episode.
Thank you.
Bye. And did we say